How to stop being nervous around beautiful girls. We've all experienced it. Suddenly, our heart starts to pound very quickly. We get these sweaty hands. And on top of that, when we're trying to initiate and have a conversation, we get this whole mumbly mess that comes out of our mouth rather than the smooth talk that we wished for. We've all been there. Trust me, it's completely normal. But today I've decided it's time for change. Today I've decided to give you my tips and tricks on how to stop being nervous around beautiful girls. And why would you want to trust me? Because it's easier said than done to say, yeah, okay, so I know how to stop being nervous around beautiful girls, but where's the proof? Well, the proof is in my day game videos. The proof is in my lifestyle. The proof is in who I am today. Because constantly I'm approaching the best of the best looking girls, models, actors, it does not matter. And I make it look easy. On top of that, I'm constantly invited to a lot of exclusive events with very high value people there. And even at those events, I make it look easy. And thirdly, the reason I can make it look easy is because I aim to be exceptional. A lot of people are trying to be average. A lot of people are okay with being average, whilst I don't want that lifestyle. And if I'm someone that doesn't want to have that lifestyle, I need to push myself. And that's why I've been able to understand the strategies. I've been able to unlock the tips and tricks that I'm gonna give to you to help you stop being nervous around beautiful girls. Because I'm not talking about average beautiful girls. I'm talking about elite beauty. Once you've experienced it, you'll understand that there's levels to life. And even at the top, some people can make it look easy. So with that said, let's get started. So the first thing before we can stop being nervous is understanding the nervousness. The first thing you need to understand that you're not unique. I see a lot of people think, yeah, I'm the only person that's unique, but everyone is nervous. Everyone gets nervous from time to time. It's a part of your human endeavor because it is a natural response that comes from a combination of factors. The first one's evolutionary biology. Believe it or not, nervousness has an evolutionary root. Because studies suggest that the reason that men are nervous around beautiful girls is that because they know that there's more stake when it comes to attracting a beautiful girl. You're not the only individual. There's competition. Life is competition. You're competing with a lot of other men for the same beautiful women, and that's why you're nervous. And a lot of times, if you see the competition, you'll realize that, whoa, there's so many people that are competing for beauty, because beauty is so valuable, and this is one of the reasons you may feel nervous, and this comes from an evolutionary perspective. The second reason is social conditioning. Society, movies, media portrays beautiful girls in a certain way, and because of that, it feels like we need to project ourselves in a different way to leave a long-lasting impression, which also simply puts more pressure on us. And the third reason is self-esteem and confidence. If you're someone that's low self-esteem and confidence, you can almost completely forget attracting a beautiful woman because there's so much competition out there. And if you're someone that's low self-esteem, you have low confidence, you pretty much don't even exist because now you're competing for the elite of the elite individuals. And if you're someone that wants to get them, you need to overcome your nervousness. And to do that, you need to work on your self-esteem, on your confidence, because lack of confidence can amplify nervousness. So you'll be like, okay, lack of confidence, how can I boost my self-confidence? And I've already talked about this a dozen of times on this channel. But let me quickly go over all of the points again, because for some reason people think that, okay, now because I'm talking about beautiful girls, the stakes are higher and now I need to boost my confidence in a different way, whilst when it comes to boosting your confidence in any other situation, whilst the truth is that it's exactly the same. Number one is self-improvement. Invest in self-improvement, because if you work on yourself, you've put your 100%, you feel better about yourself. You know that you gave your 100%. Because a lot of times, you, my friend, know that you haven't given your 100%. How can you be proud of yourself and feel like that you deserve a beautiful woman in your life if you're someone that hasn't even put in the work? And that's why self-improvement is important. It's not only important because it literally improves yourself and you become a better individual, you'll become more attractive, but you also show yourself that you're worthy of a beautiful girl. And that's one of the reasons, and that's literally one of the reasons I'm so confident, because I'm constantly proving to myself that I'm worth it. I'm constantly putting myself in situations where 99.9% of men wouldn't put themselves in, and this makes me feel different. This allows me to show to myself that I'm worth it, which automatically makes me extremely confident. Number two is positive self-talk. Practice positive self-talk, because we all have these negative thoughts in our mind, but you need to challenge them. Do you know who you're talking to? That's what you need to say to the thought in your mind. Try to disprove the thought in your mind, because this thought in your mind is trying to keep you safe because this thought in your mind thinks that's best for you. Whilst you as a man, as an individual, you want more out of life. And you need to push through the negative talk. You need to remind yourself of your strengths and qualities and continually tell yourself how amazing you are. You almost need to become delusional. You need to tell yourself that you're worth it. You need to tell yourself that you can push through, because in the beginning you do need this sense of delusion if you are someone that wants to become confident. Number 3 is dress well. Dressing well not only makes you feel good about yourself, but it also allows you to leave a long-lasting impression. And a lot of times when you see an individual that looks good, you're more likely to respect them because they respect themselves. It shows that they clearly care about themselves. They've got value, they've got moral, they've got integrity, and they know the power of looking good. And that's why if you are someone that wants to look more confident, you need to dress well. And number 4 is good posture. If you're someone that wants to display confidence, even though you're not confident, you need to have good posture, because this displays confidence to other individuals, even though at the moment you don't feel confident. But luckily, because you're displaying this confidence, you get this aura and sense of confidence automatically as a cause of displaying it. So stand tall, make eye contact, and this will allow you to execute confidence even if you're someone that low-key feels nervous. And I know a lot of people deal with approach anxiety. A lot of people feel like, yeah, there's this nasty feeling in my head. I want to go, but suddenly as I want to go and approach this beautiful girl, this nasty feeling gets in my head. Something is pulling me back. It's like some magical gravitational force that's saying you can't go there. So how do I overcome this? The first tip is very basic, but it's still important: practice. The reason you're uncomfortable and you can't suddenly put yourself in this position is because you haven't practiced enough. The first time I had to do this, I was just as nervous as every single one of you guys. But I continued, I showed perseverance, and over time, it became a habit, a skill set that I built. And the truth is, 9 out of 10 times, it's literally because you haven't practiced enough. You need to put yourself out there. You need to build this skill because it needs to become almost second nature for you, because this will allow you to attract the beautiful girls. Because it's very easy to sit here and say, yeah, I don't want to feel nervous around beautiful girls. But have you talked to enough beautiful girls? Because they're just human like everyone else. One individual might find them extremely attractive, while someone else wouldn't even glance at them. And that's the reality. And thus, if you are someone that wants to attract very, very beautiful girls, you simply need to practice more. Number 2 is mindfulness. Stay in the moment. Don't let your mind race ahead with thoughts of what I should say next. Don't let your mind race ahead with thoughts of what if she rejects me? What if someone will see it? What if this will happen? What if that will happen? Because all you're doing is putting more pressure on yourself. Relax, focus on now. The only thing you have control over is your mind in the current present. And if you're someone that can't live in the current present, you won't succeed. You need to be able to build a skill set that you can focus on the now if you are someone that wants to stop being nervous around beautiful girls. Because there's a lot of competition out there, and thus you need to be on your A game to leave a long-lasting impression. And to be able to do that, you need to focus on mindfulness. Live in the moment. Number 3 is small talk skills. Improve your small talk skills. Ask open-ended questions. I know a lot of you guys struggle. You don't know what to say. You've got this nasty feeling of, yeah, what should I say next? You only ask questions such as, okay, what's your job? What do you do? But then after that, you don't know how to initiate the conversation. You don't know what to say next. But these things are extremely boring. Obviously, if you just approached and met someone, it's a normal conversation to have. But if you want to leave a long-lasting impression, you need to spice it up a little bit. I'm not telling you to go over the top, because a lot of times I don't even go over the top. I just leave a small little hint, a small little gesture that will make them remind me of me again. But that's only because I know what to say. And if you're someone that's struggling with what to say, I would highly recommend you to check out my social mastery course. I will have it linked down below, because this way you'll never run out of things to say. Because in this course, not only will I give you a lot of amazing video modules, you'll also get an ebook that has more than 718 ready to use phrases that you can instantly use to leave a long-lasting impression. And thus, if you want to check it out, I will have it linked down below. And number 4 is rejection is okay. Remember, rejection is part of life. Rejection means it wasn't meant to be. Rejection means growth. And thus, if you're someone that hasn't been through enough rejection, you haven't been through enough pain. Those individuals that are scarred are more likely to persevere. They've been through the pain. They know what it takes to attract the best of the best out of life. And thus, if you are someone that wants to stop being nervous around beautiful girls, you must accept the fate of rejection. And now I want to talk about a few scientific tips that will allow you to feel more calm and less nervous around beautiful girls. Number one is deep breathing. So breathing exercise was something I never really cared about. I was like, yeah, it's boring. Why would I even care about it? It sounds too boring, too generic. It sounds too boomer. I don't really care about this until I started boxing and I really understood the power of it. I really understood that breathing is extremely important, and that's one of the reasons that mouth breathers aren't seen as that attractive, because when you're someone that can deeply breathe throughout your nose, keep the air deep within your stomach, this allows you to calm your nervous system, and is one of the reasons I don't feel nervous around girls. I know so many individuals that always say, yeah, I need to warm up before I approach a girl. Whilst I'm one of the only individuals that I know that can instantly go and approach a girl any time of the day and I don't feel nervous at all. And one of the reasons is my deep breathing habits. I've made it such a habit is that the way I breathe instantly calms my nervous system. I know it sounds so nerdy, it sounds so science-based, but it is actually true. And if you're someone that feels extremely nervous around beautiful girls, you might want to implement this scientific technique in your life. And number two is meditation. And I can't lie, I don't really do it. I have done it before, but I know that it can really ease and calm the mind. Because it has proven that regular meditation can reduce anxiety and enhance self-awareness. It is more of a long-term strategy, but if you're someone that has enough free time and is willing to invest in meditation, then I would highly recommend it. Number three is visualization. So this isn't something that I would highly recommend, but for some people it tends to work, but then for others it doesn't really make a difference. And that's just to imagine, visualize you speaking to a beautiful girl. How will that look like? How does that make you feel? Because this is extremely important for some of you guys, because it will allow you to increase your confidence and feel less nervous. Because it kind of feels like you've already been through it, and this eases your nervous system. And for some individuals, this makes them feel less nervous. So this is definitely a technique that you can try and see whether it works for you. Number four, compliment sincerely. So a lot of people always think that speaking to beautiful girls or day gaming, approaching girls isn't sincere or isn't genuine. The only reason I can make it look so easy, besides a lot of the other things, is because my compliments are sincere. I wouldn't say someone is beautiful if I don't think they're beautiful. I'm a man of my word. My word holds value. And this is a great icebreaker for a lot of you guys. If you're someone that wants to overcome imposter syndrome, you don't want to act like you're someone else, you don't want to act like a playboy, you just want to be your quote-unquote self, right? In that case, make sure your compliments are sincere. They come from a genuine place. Try to make her day. Don't try to take anything from her. Don't try to take a number from her. Don't try to make her your girlfriend. Don't even try to take time from her. Just give your compliment and move on with your day, because you're just trying to make her day better. This was one of the things that I used to do in the beginning, because I genuinely wanted to make other people feel good. I genuinely wanted to leave a long-lasting impression, make that person feel happy, even though if I would never see them again. And the way to do that is to give them a sincere compliment. And number five is the power of smiling. So yesterday, my brother actually graduated from university, and we as a family were driving through Central in the morning to go to his ceremony, right? But then I told my mom, look, everyone here looks so miserable. Imagine living in central London, one of the most prestige places in the world, but everyone looks so miserable. They are so focused from going from place A to place B. Whilst when I'm out and about, whether I'm just walking from A to B, I always try to keep a smile on my face. I always try to have a positive reinforcement when it comes to myself. Because if you're someone that puts a fake smile, you automatically will get the endorphins as if you're genuinely smiling. That's just a part of smiling. And thus, if you are someone that wants to feel less nervous, put a smile on your face. Nowadays, a lot of people look so miserable. They're so focused on themselves. They're so focused on going from A to B. But you need to live in the present. You need to have a smile on your face, because these are the little things. That's your why. Because a huge part, if you don't want to feel nervous around beautiful girls, is by having a good time, smiling, enjoying the moment. If you're someone that's only focused on getting results, wants to get the number, get the date, or whatever, you'll be so miserable and have such a hard time succeeding. Whilst there's people out there like me, whether I get it or not, I'm still smiling, I'm still having a good time. And this is one of the biggest secrets that's out there now, because it not only makes you look more approachable, you also feel better which will make you feel less nervous around beautiful girls. And if you're someone that's like, okay, cool, all of this sounds amazing, I love what you're telling me, so what's the first step? So depending on where you are on your journey, if you're someone that wants to get a glow up and wants to look better, I would recommend you to check out my free glow up secrets book. I will have it linked down below. But if you're someone that's like, I already know I'm good looking enough, I know I'm someone of value, but I just don't know what to say, in that instance, I would recommend you to check out my social mastery course, because this will allow you to never run out of things to say and leave a long and meaningful impression. And if you have any sort of questions, definitely let me know by hitting me up on Instagram. I will have it linked down below, or leave a comment in the comment section. And that's pretty much the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate your time, and I hope to see you on my next video. Bye bye.